Hello, good evening and welcome. I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is Wednesday night. It's midweek makings. Time for me to do something at the bench. Enough gaming. This is the work time. Today I am starting something new, new and old. Something new for the last couple of years, but something I've done before. But I'm starting a new kit, so it's definitely something new, but yeah, we'll see just how new it is. Metal Earth. This is the model making photo etch kits in their entirety. I've got a few. I shall be starting one. I'll be completing one. I've got one in mind that's quite a short one by the looks of it to get me back into the feel for doing it. In chat we just have Stefan at the moment. So hello, special personal one-on-one stream. But there we go. There's actually two people watching, but only one of you's in chat. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, down at the bench, I have the kit. I shall show you what we've got. Let's get. Oh, there you go. The Bobbins is the other person watching, saying hello. Not sure where Gemma is yet. She's around, but let's see if Tasia is around to see if she knows what Metal Earth is. I don't know if she does. Good evening, Tasia. We're streaming live. It's Midweek Makings. Hello. How are you doing?
Good evening, Chris. Well, I'm doing rather well, thank you, and wonderfully to be back on the stream with you for this Midweek Makings. What marvel are we delving into tonight, Chris? Are we wrestling with more nefarious Lego bricks or perhaps embarking on some electronic escapades? I'm ready and waiting.
Tonight, I am starting on a Metal Earth kit. Do you know anything about Metal Earth?
Ah, Metal Earth kits. Yes, I'm familiar with those. They're the fiddly little kits with the thin metal pieces you pop out and bend to assemble, right? They can be quite tricky, a real test of patience and dexterity. What kind of model are you tackling tonight? Something grand or something particularly tiny and intricate?
I'm starting on something small. I'm gonna get on with it, so I might have a chat with you again later. But I just wondered if you knew what they were. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in a little while.
Sounds good, Chris. It was great to join you, and I'm here if you need any help or just want to chat about the build as you go. Have a great time with your Metal Earth, and I'll catch you later.
She's gone a little bit Australian. There's something. She used to be very English. She's gone a little bit Australian with that voice now. I'm not entirely so sure. I don't mind it, but it's just a bit different. Right, I've dug through and found all the Metal Earth kits that I've got. We have a DeLorean, which is not the Back to the Future car. It is the Back to the Future car, but it is just the DeLorean. It's not got all the extra, time traveling stuff in it. So that's quite interesting. I have two two Enterprise. We have the original 1701 and the 1701D. So that's cool. We have 3PO in gold, as it should be. I have the Hollywood Tower of Terror Hotel. I don't know that. Is it from a thing, or is it an actual thing? Actually, let's see. She might know. Let's find out if she's got a vague idea about what that's all about. One of the Metal Earth kits I got is the Hollywood Tower of Terror Hotel. What can you tell me about that? Is it a real thing?
Ah, the Hollywood Tower of Terror Hotel? That's a fun one. While it doesn't exist as a real hotel in the usual sense, it's actually based on the popular Disney theme park ride, which in turn was inspired by Rod Serling's The Twilight Zone. So it's a fictional place brought to life in model form. A wonderfully spooky choice, if I do say so myself.
Great. So it is a real. I saw the Disney thing just as she said it. So yeah, it's a real Disney thing. So not really a real thing, but a real thing, sort of. Yeah. So that's over there. I shall not be doing those today. I have the Black Dragon, which is a different one. It says Peace Cool. which does have instructions. I think I opened it last time and couldn't find the instructions, but they were stuck inside the lid, I think. So yeah, I do have that, which is another big one to do. But I also have this space collection, which includes 3 models, which I'm going to be doing one of tonight. Now, these are quite heavy photo etch type pages, and there are 3 sheets in here, one for each model, or rather 2 for 2 models and 1 for 1 model. So I'm going to be doing the short one, the quick one, which is part of the space collection. It is in here somewhere. We have a card about it. We've got the lunar lander, we have the space shuttle, and we have the moon buggy. The space shuttle is the quick one that I will be doing tonight. So let's get the space shuttle there. The other one, the moon buggy and the lunar lander, will be later parts to build. Why is she Australian? Very odd, says the bobbin. It's gone a bit strange, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. It's the same voice that I've been using all the time. But she was very British and then she drifted over. So this is the space shuttle. We have top 10 facts about the space shuttle. The space shuttle was a partially reusable low Earth orbital spacecraft operated by NASA. I already knew that. It's partially reusable because the boosters weren't reusable, but the main thing, the actual plane bit, was. The official program name was Space Transportation System, the STS. First testing was in 1981, and operational flights started in 1982. Shuttle system components included orbital vehicle, pair of recoverable solid fuel boosters, and the expendable external fuel tank. So the 2 side ones were reusable as well. So it's only the big one in the middle that wasn't. The orbiter vehicle was glided to a runway landing after re-entering the atmosphere. First orbiter, Enterprise, was built in 1976. However, it did not have orbital capability. I didn't know that. So it wasn't an orbiter, really. I don't know. That's a bit strange. 4 operational orbiters were built initially: Columbia, Challenger, Discovery, and Atlantis, followed by Endeavour in 1991. It was retired in 2011 after Atlantis finished its final flight. The shuttle was one of the earliest craft to use a digital flight control system, and the orbiter Endeavour had a length of 37 metres and a wingspan of 23.8 metres. They're bigger than you think. Yes, I know they're bigger than you think because I built one in 1/4 scale and it was, frankly, huge. A lot bigger than I expected it to be. So, yes, this pack, I believe I got as like a Christmas present from, I think it was Mike Mountain back in the day. He'd already nicked the tools out of it and knew I was doing Metal Earth, so he was never going to build it himself. So he sent it on to me, which was much appreciated. So, yes, this is the collection. It should have needle nose pliers, magnifying glass, ruler, and fun fact postcards. Well, it's still got the fun fact postcards, so I'm only missing the magnifying glass and needle nose pliers and a ruler. But I have all of those things anyway. So yeah, let's move them back out the way as well. We'll come back down to here. Audio and video are great, says Mark, and she's come along. Mark has come along as well. Hugh is also here as well. Hi, Hugh. Right, let's see what we've got here. Use the tools inside to help with the assembly. Well, I haven't got them. I've got magnifying glasses if I need them. I've got pliers. I've got some cutters as well, which it doesn't mention. I've got tweezers that have flat sides to them, which I find is quite useful for these. Yeah, it says for hidden toes twist. I never really got in with the twisting thing. I've always folded them, but you know, we'll see. Tabs slot in here, fold pieces along the screw. Yeah, I know that bit. Right, so we have an assembly flowchart and an instruction sheet as to what is where. This looks to be having some sort of paper, plastic over the top of it, or over the top and the bottom of it. So let's get rid of the stickiness first. That will make it less thick. Right. We'll get rid of that. Don't need that. Let's see. Anybody else in chat? No, everyone's just saying hello, which is fine. So, the way this works, they don't ever seem to number on the metal themselves. They number on a sheet which tells you what pieces there are. So, one is that bit. It's actually the whole fuselage thing. So, we do start with one. So, what I'm going to do is see how I get on without magnification, and then we'll see if I need to pull out the magnifiers and go from there. Now, this is pretty fun. These might not be the best. I might not be able to get in with those. So I'm going to go back to the age-old method of just twisting and bending to get the pieces off. Another tag there. So that's that, and then it's just the ones the other side. Yeah, there's very few attachment points on these, and you never need any filing or anything to get rid of any nub points. So there we go. We have that. It says roll bending with the cylindrical object, hand bending. Attach part 2 before hand bending the cockpit window down. Okay, so let's get part 2 anyway, which is keep it the right way round so we know what we're doing. That bit there. So people live in chat now. Have you ever done Metal Earth? Have you done any of these? No laughing if it goes horribly wrong, says Mark. No, indeed, you've got to be nice to me, because this is the first Metal Earth I've done for years. I have done an awful lot of them. I've done, well, when they bought me out, I did all of the Star Wars ones that were available. But yeah, it's been a while. Right, so I need something that sort of roundy to roll it around. Maybe that bit of screwdriver will work. So this needs to be curved to the top. It is actually sort of scored down to help with that sort of thing. So I'll try and get that rolled and rounded to give us that nice rounded top. And then these are the sides, which are folded down a bit. So I'm not sure exactly how rounded that top bit needs to be. Probably is a half turn. It's got to be about there, I think. That looks about right, I think. So that's that. This is hand bent in and down, because each one of these is a separate piece. But before we put that down, we've got to attach part 2, which is also curved. And curved to the same shape as that. So that's going in there on the inside of that, I'm aware, but I'm just looking to try and get the shape right. Let's use those two. Bend that round enough. It's about there, I think. So this will have, is that, can you see that through there, or is that in the way? Is it better over this, or I don't know what it's going to be better over. Probably better over the paper for you. Do you think? What do you think? Let me know what you prefer. So I've got 2 tags on each side to push through the little holes onto there. So let's get one side of that in. That one through there, and that one through there. Actually, I'll get one in and bent round. Probably the easiest way of doing it. There you go, that's one in. Window's getting caught up. Get that out of the way of that, and that one's come out. So this is not going well already. try that again, shall we? Because this side's going to have to bend in as well. Let's try that again. That one is locked round there. And that one is coming out of there. So let's bend that down as well. There we go. That's that. Let's get the other side in as well. Get that starting to bend in. Oh, no, that's not coming. It's all come off again. It's all gone hideously wrong. Not Metal Earth as you, but I have made loads of brass photo etch. Never done a Metal Earth, but ever cut in a draw, pirate ship, and a Japanese castle. That's cool. Mark is too heavy-handed for this sort of thing. Yeah, you do need a gentle touch, which I used to have, but maybe I haven't anymore. We'll have to see how that works. I'm going to try and do that again, because that needs to go that way and that needs to go that way. And then the other side needs to go in at the same time, I think, because otherwise it's not lining up properly. Let's try that again. I can't hold that as well, so everything's being a little bit tricky for me. I might need to get some magnification on. If I can get these first ones done, and then we can work on the second ones. I think that's my plan. No, I'm definitely going to have to get magnification on the job. Stephanie's back. Good evening. Welcome back. Right, let's see. Now I can see things closer. I hopefully can manipulate things a little bit easier. There's that one in there and that one in there. Okay, so yeah, these ones have definitely got to close in quite a lot. I think that's why I was having trouble with it, because it wasn't closing in enough. Let's try that again. Now they're both on. That one down. And that one down. And then we can get that front curve round a bit more. And that one slipped out. How can it have slipped out when it's still bent down? I'm going to need some finer tweezers to get in there and bend that back up. This is going well. It's only the first two pieces being put together. Tell you what, though, I am glad I started on a little one. There we go. That's that in there then. And that folded down. Right, there we go. That's that. And let's get the cockpit bent down. And there we go. We have a start. Getting there. Well done on completing the Robocop project, by the way, said Mark. Yes, Robocop is now complete. All finished. Yeah, I did have to upload the video twice because the first one, for some reason, had some sound missing from it. Most of the sound missing from it. I put it back in my, opened my editing software, which still had the last file still there. And it was all just fine. It was there. The audio was there and fine. So I have no idea what happened to that. I recovered the upload for it, and the audio wasn't there. So don't know what YouTube did, how they managed to delete the audio from it. But luckily, I was able to successfully recover everything and get it all working properly. So there we go. Right, so I need 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. Okay, so 3 and 4 is multiples. It's got 3 over there. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 4. There should be another 4. Oh, there's 4 that, right. Okay, so this is a 3. This is a little one. What I'm going to do is get the 2 3s out. Put them separately. Although I'll be able to tell which one's which because they're quite a lot smaller. Let's get the 4s out while I'm here as well then. Yes, so Robocop is now complete. Tomorrow, Thursday, I have the final issue of something else. What else did I just finish? The Batmobile. That's what I've just finished. Yes, the Batmobile is now also finished. Smaller screwdriver to get these curly. Yes, so the 1966 Batmobile is also now complete. I'm gonna have to get vision back on for this. Yeah, it just so happened that they both finished at exactly the same time. So the video for that completion is live to go tomorrow. And then on Friday, I'll bend that the other way. On Friday, I have another video set to go live, which is a bit more of the Eleanor build. It's too big. Continuation of the display stand for Eleanor. The jack stand, the mechanic jack stand for that. And then that is the final part work that I've got on the bench at the moment. I haven't started any new ones, and they've all come to successful finishes. So yeah, it's all fallen into place at the same time. Conveniently fallen into place at the time. These are the ones that go at the top. They've conveniently fallen into place at the time when my eyes are back. So now I'm not going to be doing artworks every week. I will have a chance very soon to get back at the bench proper and do some actual model kits. I've got the eModels build good to go. I haven't actually started it yet. I've done the look at the box video. I haven't actually started gluing any plastic together. as yet, but I will be soon. And yeah, it's all coming together. Life is getting back to more normal than it was. Which is always nice. So with Christmas coming and that sort of thing, I will be able to put some time in to do some proper plastic model kits. I still have some electronic stuff to be getting on with as well. Never actually got around to doing the whole of the big adventure kit box. And I've got another thing very much like the 30 Days Lost in Space series. Another couple of kits like that to do. Which might not appeal to all of you, but I do like the whole electronic stuff. So I will be continuing with those on occasion. So yeah, if you like that sort of thing, then keep an eye on the channel. You know where it'll be. Midweek Makings is obviously back in full swing. I mean, it never really went away, but it was very very Lego focused for a while because it was nice and easy to do Lego. I could see Lego to build that. Whereas stuff like this was well beyond my visual acuity for a while. But now it seems to be back in the realms of possibility. Certainly seem to be getting on with it tonight. Now I've got back into the swing of doing it. The first couple of bits were a problem. I've been doing these bits all right. A lot of it is a case of knowing your limitations. I know I can't see the tiny stuff without magnification now. So leaning into it and making sure you wear your magnification when you need to. You can't go far wrong. So if I keep bending this bit, might not be as round as it should be. So yeah, so that's the intention and indeed the plan going forwards. There is stuff happening in December. I have 2 Advent series started on the channel. They haven't started yet because it's not Advent yet. But I've started the filming for them both. Now, last year I did the Lego Advent calendar as a shorts series. and that worked quite well. But this year, the Lego Advent Calendar is a bit rubbish, in my opinion, and indeed the opinions of lots of people. So I'm not doing it. There we go. I need 6 and 7. 6 and 7 look to be much the same. 7 is this one. Yes, so I have a different plan in mind from doing the Lego Advent this year. I have a Lego-like Advent to do this year. So this is 7, and 7 is apparently... Oh, 6 is the little bits, 7 is the big bits. Okay, so I've got another bit to find. I just nudged the camera with my glasses because I had them bent up. Right, so this is making a thruster cone. So again, I've got to get that through there. Like that. That folded over. And then worry about getting some shaping going on. Not bad, not bad. Could be better, but it's not bad. That's pretty round. This bit needs to do much the same thing. It needs to be curved around, but in a cone shape. Let's use these tweezers. Go, that's that through there. Bend that round out the way. And then get the cone shape, more cone shaped. Cool, I like that. That's working. That's working for me. Let's do another one of them while I'm here. Yes, so I have a Lego-like Advent, the Stargate Advent Calendar, the Stargate SG-1 and Atlantis Advent Calendar from Blue Bricks. Now, I wasn't aware of Blue Bricks, so I did have to do a bit of research on them to find out if they were a real thing when I saw the advert for this Advent Calendar. But yes, they're a German company that have been around for a while, and they do, say, Lego compatible bricks, shall we say. They're not like the dodgy Chinese copies that actually blatantly copy Lego and do fake models that are an exact copy of Lego's instructions and just cheaper quality bricks. This company actually has the proper license for Stargate blocks. And they do a few kits that are Stargate related. And yeah, I have their Advent calendar. They do a few Advent calendars, actually. I've only got the one. But they do one that's SG-1. They also do another Stargate Advent, which is... doesn't really say about which way round you need it to be. They do one for the movie version as well, which is quite interesting looking. But I have the SG1 calendar, and I have videos lined up, or several lined up already, to go live every day in December, or at least for the first 24 days of December, they will be. And those are actually, again, made up as shorts. But these ones are actually edited shorts. My SG1, not SG1, the other shorts that I've done on the channel have just been a quick recorded on the phone in the vertical format and uploaded straight as shorts. These ones are actually properly filmed and edited through my editing software and then uploaded as shorts. So they have, added music and stuff like that. Most are about a minute or a minute and a half long, of the ones I've done so far anyway. And yeah, that's the plan, to release those every day through December. These go through this side. Okay. I just saw something in chat about Jaffa Cakes. I will have a look in a moment. I can't read it properly while I've got the magnifying glasses on, because it makes everything huge. And because I've got varifocal glasses in, I have to look at it from a certain angle, and they get in the way. It's Mark saying, if you get a big pack of Jaffa Cakes, you could have one every day instead of your Advent calendar. No, that wouldn't work, would it? Because you can't have a pack open and not eat it. Unless you mean a pack of Jaffa Cakes every day. That would be doable. Probably not a good idea, medically speaking. I was shopping today. I did go to Tesco's. I did have a look, and I couldn't find any unusual flavoured Jaffa Cakes. They still have the lemon and the hot honey, but I didn't fancy them. I was going to get the raspberry ones that the Bobbins were saying about, but they didn't have them, so I didn't get them. Right, so this has got to go on the back, but there's also another bit that's got to go on the top. 8 and 9 have got to make up a thing. Been decades since I last had a Jaffa Cake, says Stefan, but if I had a pack of them at home, I certainly couldn't eat just one. No, you can't just eat one. You're not allowed to eat just one. That wouldn't be doable. What's that bit then? 11. 10 and 11. Right, I need 8 and 9, which are going to be, what's that nose bit and the tail bit, isn't it? That's the tail bit. Oh, and that bit? Yes. Okay. There we go. It's that and that. There we go. Right. So how does this work? It's got to fold down that way. That's got to fold down that way. And that's got 3 prongs that's got to go through there. Okay, yeah, I see that as a thing. That in and fold it over. Same on this side. In and fold it over. So that's that bit attached. Okay, does that need to go onto that? Yes, I've got the two prongs there. So that goes through there like that. Okay. Both of them. Fold it down over there. Okay. Ooh, and then it's just going to fold out again because it's not got anything else holding it in place. That's all right for now. That'll work like that. Now, how's that going to attach? I attach it to the nose of that. Right, I've got you. So yes, that's got to go onto there next, hasn't it? But that one's got to go in there. And those have got to go on there. Right, okay, I've got you. That. That there. That one there. And that one at the same time there. Seems to be it. Okay, let's get in there and get that one done. There we go. And then we've got these ones to do from the corners here. I used to have a tool that was basically like one-sided one of them. It's just the one bit that was quite good for bending these overs. So when I get back to doing these again more properly, I will find that. There we go. There's a bit of a gap under there. It was the right way round, wasn't it? Yeah, it's got to be that way round. But there you go. Right, we've only got two more bits to go, and one of them's the stand. So let's get that out, and then worry about the big wings. It will be covered in fingerprints by the end. Yes, that's the downsides of these. They are indeed covered in fingerprints at the end. Now you can give them a polish over with a soft cloth. We'll get rid of most of them. But even ones that are built and not bothered doing that with, it doesn't seem to be causing too much of a problem. I mean, even years down the line, they're not noticeably terrible. So this, how does this work? Oh, I got it. That's the bottom. So this folds up and goes into that. What does that fold into then? Was that? Oh, there are some fold points on there for that. So you've got to do this one first. With that going towards the back. So you're not going to be able to get to the inside of this when it's finished. There we go. So that's that. The trick with these is getting them, making sure the pieces are fully inserted before you try and bend it over. Because if you bend it over before it's done, then it won't work. Heinz beans with pigs in blankets on toast tonight. They were delicious. Yeah, I've heard of the beans with pigs in blankets. Haven't yet seen them. I again would appreciate eating some of them, but haven't found any yet. So these have got a bit go downwards, haven't they? And obviously a couple of angles. It's the two perforations. I don't think it goes down that much though, does it? They're more flat. So have they got to be more? Oh no, they bend up. Right, so that one goes up. And that one goes down. Oh, because the wings don't come directly off the bottom. I got you. So it's more like that. The inside one bends upwards. And then the outside one bends downwards. Okay. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tabs to put in there. Two of them are closer together. Maybe they shouldn't be close. This should stay out. It's just the front bit that bends in. That stays more parallel. Right, let's try that then. Where are these bits? Can't see where the holes are. I did see him a little bit, but then I can't see him. Oh, they're all on the outside there. Okay, so it is attaching to the top bit there. And therefore there. Yep, okay, I've got that. I can see it. It's coming out, so let's bend that round. One side done. Then I can worry about the other side. Okay. That's the thing. And that one's through there. Let's get that bent round as well. Oh. And that one. Around there somewhere. There you go. So there we go. That is it done. A little bit of tidying. Making sure the bits are bent on the lines where they should be. Not everywhere else. Pretty straight, these rings actually. They're not like bent down. They're not like delta shaped or anything. But there you go. Some of this could be a bit more curvy rather than straight folds. The nose has got to be a bit more, you know, sort of curved round rather than flat. But there we go. For my first return back to this in a while, I'm happy with that. Let's see. Just had a look at my local grocery store's website. They do have Jaffa cakes. We'll buy when I get there on Monday if the weather's not too bad. We had this year's first snow today. We had this first snow today. Yeah, it snowed here a little bit. Not very much, but a little bit. Didn't settle. It rained. It rained almost immediately after the snow turned to rain. But yeah, there we go. That is that. I'm happy with that. That's quite cool. Well done, says Mark. Thank you very much. Snow in Wales, but only up north. Don't think I want it. No, we had a little bit of snow this morning, but not very much. Yeah, there we go. I'm happy to have got back into the Middle Earthy type things with that. Don't need the instructions, so I shall fold up the metal bit in there so it doesn't give sharp edges. So the question remains, What to do next? Now, I'm not going to do any more tonight. I will call tonight's an intro to Metal Earth and finish it there. But next time I return to Metal Earth, which will be in a few weeks' time, because I've got other things to do. What should I do? Should I do one more space one? That looks very complicated. I don't really. So does that, actually. This was a nice, easy intro. I'm happy to have chosen that one as an intro. But both of those look very complicated, so I'm not sure about those. The dragon also looks very complicated. Lots of bits going on with that. That looks very complicated. 3PO doesn't look too bad. The Enterprises, again, lots of curvy things. That's very complicated. There's lots of stuff going on in there. So I reckon either 3PO or an Enterprise next time. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? I shall put a poll, because I can do that, I think. Engage with your audience. Yes, there we go. Start a poll. Let your viewers weigh in. Next. Metal Earth. We've only got two options. I've narrowed it down to 3PO and 1701. There we go. Start poll. There we go. I can engage with my audience and let you answer your questions. We've got Mark and Hugh saying Enterprise already. So there we go. You have a poll to answer. The 3PO is nice that it's in gold. But yeah, I've not got any of these newer ones. I've got a Walker, and I've got a TIE Fighter and that sort of stuff, X-Wing. But these are obviously from the more recent trilogy. But yeah, so he hasn't got a red arm. He's all gold, which is a little bit wrong, because he was never all gold, was he? He either had a silver leg or a red arm. Did he have a silver leg when he had a red arm? I really don't remember. But yeah. So yeah, we've still got 60% on the 7001. So assuming that's all the votes in, what we got? 8 people watching. And can I can't. I can. If I click on that, there we go. So I've got 5 votes in. So it's obviously 3 and 2. So yeah, I shall leave the poll open for a little while. We shall see what's what. Prefers to know any day as opposed to wind and rain this time of year, says Hugh. Yeah, I don't like wind and rain. I don't particularly like snow. I don't like the cold, but I don't like it too hot. I'm just awkward, I guess. But yeah. If I do a 1701, it will be the original, the original series 1701 to begin with. I'll obviously do the other one at some point. But yeah, that will be the next time I do a Metal Earth. Whether I do it all in one stream or not, I don't know. Again, it looks fairly straightforward. It's only got 2 sheets. So, excuse me. It's likely that shall be done on a single stream, because this was a particularly short stream. More streams have been getting longer, but it's nice to have a short one. Have an early night. So, assuming things don't change, I will be doing the 1701 as my next Metal Earth model kit. Uncooperative, says Stefan. About what? Mark says live long and prosper, sort of thing he does. I assume you can all do that. I don't know. Is it? It's a thing that apparently people can't do. But I mean, you got to be able to do it. It's your fingers. I mean, a lot of people can't do that. That is apparently a very tricky thing to do. That one, not so tricky. But that one apparently is a problem for people. But there we go. Previous comment, says Stefan, uncooperative. On your one, looks really cool. So I like my snow, but with my legs being very uncooperative these days, it just makes things more complicated when I go out as I'm in a wheelchair. Yes, ice and snow is not fun in a wheelchair, as Gemma can quite happily or unhappily confirm. Yeah, it's not good when you want to go one way and the wheels decide they want to go the other way. Not so friendly. So yeah, there we go. I thought you were just moaning at me being uncooperative. So I shall call that a night there. I'll leave that on the top of the pile, ready to go. Next time that I come back and do some Metal Earth. Yeah. Did you enjoy that? Is it nice to have a little break from things? I will next week. Next week, that's a tricky one. What should I do next week? I don't want to start the big Lego because I want to do that in one hit when I do that for a while. I do have some more Macs to do, a couple more flowers, and I did pick up all of the sushi pack, so I've got 4 sushis to do as well. But they're quite happily they'll sit around for a while. So yeah, next week I might do a Lego, might do the Macs, finish off the plants in Macs. You never know. I might get Katie to do one as well if she's about and awake. We'll see what happens. But that will be next Wednesday. It is Wednesday today, so I've got no streams for a couple of days. Thursday and Friday are my nights for not streaming. Saturday, back with the guys doing Escape Simulator 2. So please come along and join us because we need all the help we can get with some of the puzzles in that. So yeah, we're starting a new suite of rooms. I don't know which ones. Whichever one's the next one is on the list. I think it's a spacey thing. I think. Might be wrong. And it's just gone 50-50. But, you know, unless it changes to swing towards 3PO, I shall do this one next time. But next week, I shall be doing the flowers. Back to the plants. And I've got to do some more diamond art as well at some point. And, you know, I've got lots of things to do, but only one night a week to do it. But there you go. So Saturday, Escape Simulator 2. Sunday, Katie's returning to Planet Crafter. The new DLC is out. I have looked at it myself, and it's quite good. It's toxicity. It's a new planet which is covered in toxic substance and stuff. So you have to clean that up and then terraform after that as well. I think I haven't done very much of it, but that should be quite good fun. She'll be enjoying that. She hasn't looked at it yet. She'll look at it live on Sunday night. And then next Tuesday, back at Horizon, the real thing, not the Lego version. Actual Horizon next Tuesday. So thank you very much for joining me. It's been an hour now, so that's all right. Bring your power washer. No power washing this week. We'll be getting back to power washing at some point, but not this week. This week we're doing some Escape Simulator. You need power washing for the Planet Crafter. I see what you're getting at. Yeah. No, you've got a similar sort of thing, but not quite. You've got a goo sucky vacuum thing. It's very strange. But anyway, that's that. So thank you very much for joining me this evening. Have a pleasant evening, and I shall see you next week when it's not December yet. It's still going to be November, isn't it? So it's not Christmassy quite yet. So thank you very much. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon for more. Bye-bye for now.